This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Stay tuned for further instructions.
Good evening, boys and girls. What the hell is going on? Why do I always get feedback? Oops, my bad, sorry. Oh, dear me. How is everyone this evening? Let me know if you can see me and hear me. Fingers crossed you can, because I'm still using very swanky vMix. So, who've we got? Who've we got in the chat? Who is it? The usual suspects. Good evening, Robert Legier. How are you, kind sir? Good evening, A Marvel Girl, Gary Lowe, S2000 GT, Kiri Mack, Joseph Grant, Gary Lowe. I think I said Gary Lowe. Elric, William Sines. Yes, everyone, the usual suspects. Good, you can see me. And good evening to Fletcher Eisler. It is Eisler, isn't it? Yeah, good. Oh, Roger Burkett. That's a new name I've not seen before. Anyone in the chat now, it's your first time here, raise your hand. Say hello. Good evening, Paul Creevy. Good evening, Casual Spaceman. How are you, kind sir? Good evening, Turquoise Laura. That's a lot of good evenings. And as usual, the chat is making me look in the wrong direction. But what can I say? What can I say? So, who saw the Daniel Pratt video? And what did you think of it? Because it's been pointed out to me by a number of commenters that Mr. Pratt has turned off the comments on that particular video. And I've just, before starting the stream, been having a little look at Mr. Pratt's channel, and I have noticed that on pretty much every video where he talks about Flat Earth, he has disabled the comments on those videos. So what is the point in making a video about Flat Earth if you do not want to engage yourself in a discussion around that topic? It seems completely counterproductive to me, but what do I know? I'm just an old Welsh dude that makes videos for YouTube. How many people are watching? It seems quite quiet tonight compared to what it usually is. Yeah, it is. 73 watching. That's pretty low for a Sunday night stream. There must be something good on TV. Or one of the other channels must be streaming something better. Yeah, S2000, you're right, it's just his own personal echo chamber. But like I say, if he doesn't want to engage in any conversation based around his beliefs, then why bother making videos in the first place? And I wonder if he's actually seen the video anyway. I'm always curious, because whereas the likes of Fight the Flat Earth and Conspiracy Cats get regularly attacked by the subjects of their content, it never really seems to happen with me that much. But that being said, I have had some comments from D-Marble, Cleary, formerly known as Cleary Flat Earth. Who else? Yeah, I think that may be it. But I'm saving them for a mean comments video, so I don't wanna. Steve Case from Pembroke Dock, very posh down there. Steve, I've heard you even get out of the bath to have a pee. Is that right? Except my friend Barnabas. Yeah, I want to make another video about Barnabas. William Sines, what do you think? Oh yeah, William Sines. Every single comment you ever leave gets put into my spam folder. So if you think you're not seeing your comments, that's why. But I do try and look at the spam folder and re-add them to the comments list. I know why it's sending all your comments to the spam folder. It's because I put signs in the bad word column because I'm a sign maker myself, but I'm over that now, so I've removed it. So I think it should become a usable word again in the comments. Silly, I know, but what can you do? So what did everyone think of the Daniel Pratt video? Do you think I tackled him appropriately, or was it a bit too silly? What do you think? Thank you, Fletcher. Isla, is it Isla or Isla? Oh, most people I will call you Fletch, because that will remind me of one of my favourite childhood films starring Chevy Chase, Fletch. It was called Fletch, wasn't it? Isla. So your name is Fletcher Isla. Right, okay. It's probably got something to do with this so-called accent people keep pointing out that I have. So what we got? Dan Pratt video was brilliant, I thought. Thank you, Casual Spaceman. Evening, Claire Johnson. Happy Sunday to you as well. Jed Cleaver said it was funny. Bloody laptop went flat. What, just now, S2000, or during the Daniel Pratt video? Cheeky Blender would be more appropriate. Globus Shilly. Is it Shillas? What did you all think of the sheep? Do you think his audition as the Squeaky Blinder was any good, or do you think no? Do you think something else, maybe? Casual Spaceman looking for a moon hoaxer to debate myself. I'm not sure if you're aware, Casual Spaceman, but there's actually a television programme on tonight on one of the Discovery channels at 9 PM about the moon hoax. Was it a hoax? Was it not a hoax? Even though we all already know the answer, I'd be interested to see it myself. But obviously, don't stop watching me to go watch it. Just Sky Plus it. William Sine says it was hilarious too. Robert Legier, so do you think he should be a sheep? More sheep, less me. Thanks, S2000. I prefer creaky sheep. Yeah, Liam Hodges. But the point is, you know, when I use the squeaky voice, people have started referring to that squeaky voice as the Squeaky Blinder. So I'm trying to sort of turn him into a character of his own, if you like. And I've got this idea to make a whole Squeaky Blinder video. So whilst I appreciate your input, that's not really the sort of answer I was looking for. Good evening, Radical. How are you? How is your male-female cow this week? More sheep. William Signs, yeah, I know. Good evening, Pine Snake. How are you? Gary Lowe says bar. James D Spade at F. Yeah, I like doing the squeaky voice. Well, I don't do the squeaky voice. I just talk in my. All I actually do, right? I don't know if anyone even cares. So, say for example, I'm commenting on a video and I'm talking like this. When I know I'm going to use the squeaky voice, I just turn my voice up a little bit like this, so that when I make it squeaky, it just sounds a little bit squeaky-er. If that makes sense. I don't even know if anyone would care, but I told you anyway. It's my live stream, and I'll say what I like, as long as it sticks within YouTube's terms and conditions and guidelines. Good evening, Otto von Skidmark. Yeah, who gave you a spanner? Oh, it was me, was it? Anyway, back to the Daniel Pratt video. Not that I want to labour the point, but I had some rather interesting comments on that video. Somebody somebody has objected to the fact that it was the second time that I've used Simon Dan's name to get views. So what? What's it got to do with anyone? How I get views? If you want to come and watch, I'd love you to watch. I love the fact that there are so many people interested in watching the videos I make, because I enjoy making them. But what would be the point in me making videos if nobody's going to come and watch them? Now, Dan is in the very fortunate position where he's got a huge following, and if I can potentially siphon off some of that following to help my channel grow, I don't see what the problem is with that. I really, really don't. So that was one thing that I wanted to bring up about the Daniel Pratt video. And somebody else said, I wish I could find the comment so I could read it out exactly, but I don't want to spend 10 minutes because that video has had, it's doing really well. It's on 7,350 views with more than 1,000 likes. Only 11 dislikes, so Daniel Pratt must have watched it 11 times. And 516 comments, which is really high for such a young video. Good idea, Radical. Maybe I should use just use not Simon Dan next time. What did it, do you know, I can't even remember. What did I called Simon Dan Fanboy? I don't think there's anything wrong with that title at all, because Daniel Pratt was clearly fanboying over Simon Dan, talking about him. Good evening, Conspiracy Cats. How are you, good sir? Hope you're well. I watched your video earlier on. Very funny as always. Funny stuff. The Great Red Rover. I love seeing new names in the chat. Gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling. Because like I say, I can't, it still baffles me. There's 123 people watching. And I pretty much don't really say anything that interesting in my streams. So it's nice. Very nice. So yeah, so back to... Good evening, Flat Earth Skeptic. Back to Simon Dan and Daniel Pratt. Somebody told me that he is going to have to stop watching my channel now and unsubscribe because I've got my nose wedged up Simon Dan's arse. And again, I can only assume that it is because he took the hump, as we would say in Wales, with the fact that I was using Simon Dan's names to get views. And just as a point of interest, right, and if I know Dan isn't actually in the chat, but I know I'm telling the truth because I always do, and I don't care if anyone thinks I'm not. I actually message the twice I've used Simon Dan's name, I messaged him first to ask if he minded, and he said of course he doesn't mind. Conspiracy Cats, yeah, they absolutely wreck, and anyone who tells you they don't is just lying completely. Good evening, Melanie the Mammy. For anyone who's interested, and she won't reveal herself, but Melanie the Mammy is Mrs. Blinder, and she always likes to pop into my Sunday live streams just to say hello. So if anyone wants to say hello to Mrs. Blinder, she's there, Melanie the Mammy. So you now know my wife's name, but you still don't know mine. But she's not on YouTube, so... yes, Conspiracy Cats, tattoos do hurt a lot. And like I say, anyone who says they don't is just lying. How is Sleeping Warrior? Thank you, JR Perez, $5 super chat. Hang on, what was that? How's Sleeping Warrior? I know you're watching, still think density is a force. What makes you think Sleeping Warrior is watching this video? Thank you, the shells. What do you know, Robert Legia? Yeah, I'm afraid Mrs. Blinder is quite shy, so she may say hello back, or she may have carried on watching 90 Day Fiancé. Oh, there we are, she's just saying hello to you all. Hello, love. Don't forget, I get thirsty during my live stream, so keep bringing me Pepsi Max. Oh, what was I saying? I'm too easily distracted. What was I saying? Let me, But you're the same team, so you can use Simon, Dan, or whoever you want in your thumbnails. Yeah, exactly, Jake Weir. And like I said, I asked Dan first anyway. So, yeah. If you don't like it, tough titty. Right, what was I going to say? Pine snake. What did you just... Pine snake, pine snake. That's totally dependent. Some of my tattoos are certain. Yeah, you are right, actually. I had my stomach tattooed last year, and this has never happened to me before, but it just... I'm never going to show you my belly on camera, right, so you'll have to take my word for it. No William signs. Don't tell her to bring me water. I'm a Pepsi Max man. I've got 1972 tattooed in big. It's sort of a what they call a biker rocker across my stomach. And when he was doing the number 2, he wasn't doing a number 2 on my stomach, but the number 2 of 1972. Oh, good evening, Mad Voice. $6.66. That's Australian dollars, isn't it, if I remember correctly? How are you this evening? I was laughing uncontrollably because it tickled. Robert Legia, please do not say whip it out in the chat of my live stream. I do, however, know what you mean. But no, I will not whip that out because I'm using a webcam and I haven't got the ability to zoom back that far. So yeah, pine steak, I kind of agree with you, but it always makes me laugh. You know when these people, oh no, I got loads of tattoos, they don't hurt at all. They do hurt. They do hurt. So, that's my opinion. Fletcher Isla, demonetized, why? The shells, Pepsi Max makes your hair fall out. No. I was very bald before my love of Pepsi Max ever kicked in the shells. So, but you may be onto something. Who knows? Who knows? I'm trying to investigate whether or not I can sue PepsiCo for addiction. Yeah, conspiracy cats. That's been happening to me an awful lot this week. I had a notification for you, a video about. I watched it at about 5:30 this evening. So, and I'm fairly sure that wasn't when you put it up. So, yeah, I'm having exactly that same problem. Good evening, TNT. How are you? Have you found any more YouTube bots? Because whilst Robert Legia is doing a sterling job of posting my links for me in the side chat, I don't expect anybody to do anything for me. So if I can find a bot that behaves as a bot should, that would be spiffy, as Radical would say. It's not the Pepsi, I don't drink and I have the same haircut as the Creaky Blinder. Elric. Exactly. Exactly. Elric, are you a new viewer? Yeah, Mama Murder 73. It's been happening to me. It's been happening to me for about a week as well. It's very, very frustrating. Even with my own video on Friday night, I got the notification to tell me that my premiere was starting about 10 minutes into the video. So, YouTube is having some notification issues. And just as a point of interest, have you all seen... Oh, you have found one, TNT. Awesome. Send me a message on the Discord and we'll make that happen. Have you all seen the... I think I shared the video in the Discord. It was talking about the correct settings for... Obviously, I think it's just YouTube trying to blame the users, the viewers, rather than accepting all the responsibility themselves. But basically, what they're saying is it's not just the YouTube back end that's struggling to send out notifications. So what they are implying is, let's say for argument's sake you're an Android user like I am, and you turn on bell notifications. In some instances it can be overridden by the settings on your phone. So if you've got an Android phone, let me just make sure I'm giving you the correct information, and you go into the settings on your Android phone, then you select apps, then permissions. You need to find YouTube and make sure that push notifications are allowed. Good evening, Sue Pinter, how are you? See it? Sue Pinter got a notification late as well. S2000 GT. It is called YouTube. What are you on about? Only posh people call it YouTube. Old chap. It's YouTube. Mosh. As who knows. How many Welsh people are in the live chat? Besides me and S2000 GT. Do you mean Sean Hawkins' channel? S2000. Dell's all over it. Well, Sean Hawkins doesn't like me anymore because he took the ump with me because I invited him on to this, to my Sunday live stream, and he threw his toys out of the pram when I had Brainy Beaver on before him, so whatever. I'm not here for childishness, I'm here to have fun. Check it out. I was told recently I look like a younger Creaky Blinder just because we share the same accent. You were Welsh as well? Yes, I remember Tech It Out. I remember you telling me before you were Welsh that you do be Welsh as well. Casual Spaceman, I'm English born and bred, and I'm not scared of sheep. I'm not scared of sheep either. Who's scared of sheep? I bet sheep are scared of some people though. Yeah. And I found out recently as well, it's not just... Oh. That's a damn fine idea, TNT. A damn fine idea. If you all join my Discord server, you get notified there. You get notified when I upload the video, and you then get notified when it goes live, in this case, or when a premiere starts, in the case of a premiere. Because TNT is a very clever man, and he makes sure that the notifications are always working well. And if they're not working, because even bots get lazy, TNT or sometimes Turquoise Laura or one of the other admins manually posts them. And thank you, Robert Legier. Perfect timing as always. There is a link, and TNT. Join my Discord server, and then you definitely will get notified. Ah, Mr. Andrat, thank you very much for reminding me of that. Right then, everybody, specifically, a 4-pack of what? Roger Burkett, $1.99. That's going to be a 4-pack of Pepsi Max when it's on special offer in Asda. Definitely. But I buy... It's shameful. I buy 2 cases of 24 Pepsi Max a week. So I'm drinking around 50 cans of Pepsi Max a week, which is shameful. Mr. Andrat, yes. So you just said the Patreon list scrolling flawlessly. Yes, it is in my live streams. And what I think I've decided to do, and I want to see a show of hands. I know not all my Patreons are here, but I know some of you are. Would it really bother you massively if I was to just put your names in the video descriptions, because I've been looking at my analytics, and putting the Patreons in there is costing me retention, because what's happening, and it seems to happen, it doesn't matter where I put it in the video, if as soon as people see the Patreon list starting to scroll, as soon as they see the Patreon list starting to scroll, they just assume it's the end of the video and they bugger off. So this is why I've been experimenting with a few different ways of ending the video, like the abrupt ending. But I can't. I just feel bad doing that. I feel like I've got to say thank you to everyone for watching, and I've got to say I'll see you all next time. And I know a lot of creators, they will literally just, you know, they'll finish doing what they're doing, and then they'll say, see you next time. Did you think I'd gone? You know, but I don't know, I can't do that. It just seems rude. It just seems rude. So I don't know, but as long as it doesn't massively bother anyone or offend anyone, that I don't have the scrolling list like this one here in my Tuesday and Friday videos, then I'll probably just be putting them in the video description, if that's okay with everyone. Because like I say, everyone who is a Patreon, none of you have to be, but I don't know, I'm just trying to work on keeping my audience retention high as well, because it is fairly high, but I want to get it higher, because it's one of the metrics that YouTube watch quite closely, so it's one of the more important ones. I don't think people support you on Patreon for the fame. No, I know that. It's Alan, it is, and I think your name is Mr. Funny Squiggly Name Man. I know that, but I feel obliged to display people's names, because if somebody's kind enough to give me, it doesn't matter what it is, if they give me, I got $100 Patreon, a couple of $50 Patreons, some $20, $10, $5, and loads of $1 Patreons, but I just feel obliged to kind of acknowledge it in every video. But yeah, I don't know if that's what's affecting my retention. Robert Price, have a distinct outro. Yeah, but this is the whole point, and I do it myself, right? As soon as I get the slightest inkling that it's coming to the end of the video, I bugger off. So a lot of the really big creators, what they do is they literally end the video like that, so you don't know when it's gonna finish. It just finishes, so then their audience retention doesn't suffer. Skunkgate Productions, are you on Twitter? I am on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm at the Creaky Blinder everywhere. Somebody asked me in the comments of the Daniel Pratt video as well, what is a Creaky Blinder anyway? So I just replied and said, me. Because I feel like I can now. Just scroll to the top of the Patreons if you feel bad about it. Yeah, Fletcher Eisler. Maybe I'll just do... I did think of doing... But again, see, it affects the audience retention. Just doing, like, you know, like the end credits of a movie. So sort of, the only people who really see it then are either, if any of the Patreons want to hang about to see their names being shown, or if people are still chatting in the doodah. What you call it? The side chat. So yeah, I don't know. I'm full of ideas all the time. Radically Unhour. I used to do short outros on my earlier vids. Kind of want to go back to that. Boom, gone. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, Radical. Because then it keeps your retention high. Is that the retention? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because if you, I obviously I'm not going to put my like YouTube back end up on the screen, but if you can imagine it's a graph and then it suddenly dives down like that, and you can click on that drop and you can look exactly to see what was going on in the video when that happened, and it's always either when I start mentioning Patreons or when I start sort of wrapping it up, and it would always be, right, thanks everyone for watching, and I may have another 2 or 3 minutes of video left to go, but I don't know, maybe I should just be rude and not say thank you or anything, and then it would help my retention, but I can't do that. Conspiracy Cats, what did you ask me? What's my opinion on remote viewing? What do you mean by remote viewing? Using bots to inflate your views? Well, that's what flat earthers think we all do, Conspiracy Cats, obviously. You know, how could we possibly have the views we've got? You know, because as Daniel Pratt said, Simon Dan has sat down and taken the time to create 2,000 individual YouTube accounts just so that he can troll Daniel Pratt's channel. That must be why he's turned off the comments in all his flat earth videos. I don't know if you've seen that, Cats, but have a look. Yeah, Turquoise Laura is right. I do have Creaky Blinder merchandise, and I haven't released anything new for quite a while. But, I think I'm going to. Major. No, I mean like Major Ed Dames. Cats, I don't know what that is, dude. Am I being dull? Should I know? Should I be in that loop? Even though I am Welsh, my American hubby brought my ass to this channel, and I'm in Chicago. Natalie O'Connor, welcome to my channel. If you're new. If you're not new, still welcome to my channel. Conspiracy Cats, how old were you when you lost your virginity? How old are you anyway? You look small and young. I take it that Rory Kelly is a flat earther then. How exciting. A real life flat earther in my side chat. Doesn't happen often. What else have we got? What have we got going on here, peeps? The shells. The shells. I'm trying to think who's told me they've bought a Creaky hoodie now. Did we have a conversation at some point and you said sometimes it's you but sometimes it's Piggy? The shells. No, you can't, because there you are. I just don't know what's going on here. Rory is a girl's name. German turtle. Long neck cat's like a 15-year-old. Rory Kelly, if you start arsing around in my side chat, you're just going to get booted. So, not a real man, a weak boy. Hang on a second. That sounds very much like something Dell would say. Has Dell set up yet another spam account? That must be Bob the Sky. Did you see that? No, I didn't. The snark, the shells. Ah, right. So you're all sharing the shelliness. See what I did there, then? The shelliness. It's good, that wasn't it? I'm here all week. Oh, thank you, David Height. $9.99. I'm assuming that's American dollars. It's a dollar sign only when it's American dollars, isn't it? Because no other dollars count, apparently. Magical. Dell is not good at Delling. Rory Kelly in the immortal. Yeah, exactly. Rory Kelly. I've got 3 kids of my own, so. Well, actually, 2 of them are adults, but. Claire Johnson, Creaky, do you think we will ever be able to convince any flat earthers to see sense, or will they... damn, why did that jump? Or will they all just want to stick to their own narrative regardless of any proof we represent? I think, Claire Johnson, that as long as there is a financial reward in it for them, they will say whatever they want to say. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, good luck to them, because it gives me something to make content about. But if they are... if they're in a position where they're making money out of saying the earth is flat, then there's nothing you know, one of the worst ways you can affect a man or a woman is to take away their ability to earn an income, and it does something funny to them. So Claire, I don't think that flat earthers will ever see sense for that reason. And for the second reason, it seems to me that people who genuinely believe that the earth is flat, like Daniel Pratt, haven't got any sense anyway. So sadly, no, I think they're always going to be there. Right, I miss more. Thank you, Giant Lily, Creaky Blinder, thanks for so many funny videos. Thank you. I hate it when people have got a username and I don't know whether they're a man or a woman, because it always feels weird if I call a woman mate. String of News one, are you really trying to say that putting names on screen is too big a technological challenge? No, String of News? Names on a screen? Don't be silly. No, what I was saying, String of One News, and if you'd bothered to turn up on time, you'd have heard this in the first place. No, what I was saying, dude, is that I've noticed in my analytics that as soon as I start talking about my Patreons, people bugger off. So I think it's affecting my retention. So I've asked the Patreons that are here, your good self included now, are they bothered by being mentioned in the comments in the video description rather than having their name scroll on the screen? And obviously my live streams will always have my Patreons displayed on the screen, because it's in my live streams I've got more opportunity to talk to or about my Patreons anyway. So yeah, we've not had any payments through yet. Can you talk to Linda in HR? You've not seen the email? She emailed me this afternoon. There has been a delay, but she assures me that your checks are on the way. Conspiracy Cat says Yuri Geller claimed to be employed by the CIA to remote view and physically spy on Russia. Ooh, that's interesting. I haven't... Do you know, since the Jeranism video, I'm always reluctant to use the word interesting. But Cats, that is interesting. I've not heard anything about that. I'm so up on current news, it's absolutely unbelievable. Craig... Is that Essek? What flavour are you vaping? I am vaping Vanilla Latte by Cafe Infuso. Other e-liquids are available. But it's one of my favourites. Ah, right, String of News, you were just lurking in the background. Well, you know. Oh, hello, Sarcastic Barman. How are you? Right, so... Do 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 do. Hang on a second. I don't know which way to take that. Merle Beauregard, can I come on Creaky Blinder? It's a bit forward, isn't it? I've never even seen you in the side chat before. I'm not that type of boy. Come on, what? See? Even my wife is laughing at me in the side chat now. Merle Beauregard. That's a cool name, but what do you mean, can you come on? Can you come on the live stream? I don't know you. And my mammy and daddy told me to never speak to strangers. Oh, you're a flatard. Merle, I am not a debunker. I don't debate anyone because you can't argue with stupid. If I wanted to argue with stupid, I would just go into my back garden, pick up a rock off the floor and have an argument with that rock, because that's what it's like. I have no idea how Fight the Flat Earth has the patience to debate, and I use that term very, very loosely, to debate a flat earther. It's like trying to argue black is white. It's completely pointless. So, no, I will not debate you, Merle Beauregard, or whatever your name was. See, you're that unimportant, I can't even remember your name, and I read it 60 seconds ago. So, no, I will not debate you, because I do not debate anyone, because unless it's escaped your attention, my channel is a commentary or satire channel, whichever one you want to choose. I'm not a debunker. Have you ever seen me debunk anything? That's not what I do. Like I say, in the simplest terms, I'm just here to point and laugh at you for being stupid enough to believe that the earth is flat. So, if that has answered your question, thanks for calling in. It's been lovely. So, bye-bye. Because now I will just ignore you, now that I know you're a flatard. But there we go. Exactly, Mr. Andrat. You cannot. Sarcastic Barman, you would always be welcome. You would always be welcome, and we will make the arrangements. I bet you can get Pepsi Max really cheap, can't you? You could be like my Pepsi Max guy. Because, at the risk of sounding my age, when I worked for Pepsi, as well as getting loads of Pepsi Max for free, but when I didn't have any free Pepsi Max and I had to buy it, I used to go and get it in Booker Cash and Carry, which will mean nothing to anyone outside the UK, but Booker Cash and Carry is like a chain, like a warehouse that small stores use to buy stock from, and I used to be able to buy it for £4 a case. Yeah, Sarcastic Barman, but that's syrup, isn't it? That's post mix, isn't it? That's not the same. I'm a Pepsi Max purist. I don't even like it out of a bottle. It's got to come out of an ice cold can. Why am I talking about Pepsi Max? This must be so interesting for everyone. How many people... Oh, I'm dribbling. How many people are watching me talk about Pepsi Max? 157. Oh, dear me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Right, Claire Johnson's got another question. Why do conspiracy theorists feel... Right, no. Why do conspiracy theorists always feel like they need to share what they know? I used to know this guy who tried to argue things that... Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Who said that? Claire Johnson. Yeah, it's... Right, how can I word this now? So, I make videos talking about flat earthers and certain conspiracy theories, because like I said, I know not all conspiracies end up being fake. Some conspiracies have ended up being true, like for example LSD being tested on American prisoners in the 60s or whenever it was. So, but I've got a customer at work, and he's a proper full-on one. He doesn't believe anything. He doesn't believe... He's a flat earther. He believes in the mud floods, the Tartarians. and it drives me nuts. And the last time he come in, I didn't argue with him, but I ended up just saying to him, look, I'm not interested. It's all just nonsense, and, you know, I'm a big boy, I'm a grown-up. I don't discuss crap like this, especially not when I'm in work. So, but he's the same, Claire. He just wants to kind of force, you know, it's like, this is what I believe, and you were going to listen to me talk about it. And it's like, mate, shut your pie hole. I couldn't give a monkey's chuff. I'm not interested in anything you've got to say, because it's all nonsense and rubbish. Absolute garbage. It does my turban in. So was that an answer, Claire? Good evening, Julie Lees. How are you? Right, I'm sure I've missed more questiones. 1 minute debunk. Good evening, how are you? You know, when I'm doing these live streams, am I too close to the camera? Is it annoying when I do that? Am I too close to the camera? I've got to try and sort out. Oh, what was that software called, Robert Legia? Can you remember? Because I've forgotten. Sparkle Cam. Or invest in an Elgato Cam Link. Because I really want to use my DSLR, because I feel like I know I'm a bit of a fan of close-ups, but I feel like this is a little bit, and I don't want to sit all the way back here because I'm too far away from the mic. My mic's in shot tonight. I feel like a podcaster. I feel like Joe Rogan, except not as good looking and a lot less famous and a lot poorer. Fletcher Eisler, just because we can see your nose hairs doesn't mean you're too close. Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. When is a close-up too close, Fletcher? In my opinion, it isn't. It isn't. There's no such thing as too close a close-up. I keep missing questions. I'm trying to watch them in the side chat, see, rather than expecting people to feed them to me. So, do you think did that get rid of Rory? Is he still here? Let me sneakily have a look while nobody's watching. I don't often check the participants list, because it always creeps me out when I see people in there that aren't participating in the chat. He's gone. Creaky 1. Rory. Zilch. Illuminati. And talking about Illuminati, in my Daniel Pratt video, when I did, you know, the ka-ching and the £10 notes falling down the screen, when I mentioned Simon Dan, nobody, not one single person noticed why I did that. There was a hidden message, and nobody noticed. Can anybody who's in the side chat now tell me why I did it? Or did they notice why I did it? Cruising with Jay, believe it or not, it is in a pop-out box. Maybe I should put it on the screen that my webcam's on, but I like looking at myself on the screen. Makes me feel like I'm famous and on TV. Yeah, do you know, you're right, that's actually much better. I can see it now. Turquoise Laura, you mean to say you have not watched Friday's video yet? I'm devastated. I'm hurt, confused, and bewildered. But I do remember seeing something somewhere that you had something very important to do, something much more important than a Creaky Blinder video. So you're forgiven just this once. So, did anyone... No, William Signs, it wasn't a reference to the accusation of eBay subs. Because every time you mention him, he pays you. No, it wasn't that either. Because Simon Dan was accused of buying subs. No, you're not right. Illuminati. Is that an answer, Roger C? Well, I'm going to take that as an answer. Yeah. I was very subtly, without mentioning it, trying to show you my new Illuminati ring. It's a bit blurry on my webcam, but there we are. That's what I was doing. I was showing you my Illuminati ring, and I was hoping somebody... Well, that makes me sound like a dick. I was hoping somebody would notice. But no, I was hoping that somebody would notice and make something out of it. But it didn't. It was another epic fail. Robert Legia, do I want to play a game? Hang on a second. Maybe. Give me some clues. Yes, Mr. Andrat the Eye. Sarcastic Barman. Internet is working again. I've been to your pub, mate. So when they put the internet in, did they put electricity in at the same time for you? Because it's a bit remote, to say the least. Did you get that at the Illuminati.com gift shop? No, I got it on Amazon. The ones on the Illuminati.com gift shop, they were megabucks. And I'm just a poor, lowly, sub 10,000 subscriber YouTuber. I can't afford Illuminati.com prices. No, Mr. Andrat, I did not get it with my membership. Is that big silver thing your mic? This big thing, this big silver thing. Yeah. I'm going full Joe Rogan podcast mode tonight. Sarcastic Barman. Is it distracting? Is it? How many phone lines? Right. Robert Price. It's fine. Masonic image. And on the US money. Fletcher Isler, you don't have Simon Dan money. No. And despite what everyone seems to think, ad revenue on the sorts of views I get ain't that great. It is not that great. What looks happy to see me? String. Oh, my microphone. What a perv. Silver can of Pepsi Max. No, I would never deface. Good evening, Beyond Belief. What are you beyond belief about? Oh, you've retracted your message. All you said was good evening. Are you going to retype it as bad evening? Joe Rogan should have you on his show. Stephen E., I completely agree with you. And I am working on trying to get another interesting guest on my Sunday night live stream. Somebody as interesting as Andrew, the actor that played Darth Vader that I had on all those weeks back. But every time I ask somebody, they just say no. And I asked somebody the other day, and he asked me how many subscribers I had, and when I told him, he went, no thanks. Like, okay, tidy darts. Or beyond belief is Dell, is it S2000 GT? Hi Dell, how are you? Do you know, somebody told me something about Dell, which I find really difficult to believe. The first bit isn't what I find difficult to believe, right? But Dell's a biker, or so I've been told. And I was told by one of my subscribers who met Celtic 67. Now I definitely know it's Del. I just said something nice. I'm just about to say something nice about you, Del, so behave yourself. Apparently Del is a biker, and one of my subscribers told me that they met him at some sort of bike show and that he was one of the nicest guys they'd ever met in their life. He was a real gent. But I've seen his content and I'm not entirely convinced, but I don't know. I don't even know why I said that. TNT, has Celtic 67 found his container yet? Probably not. Probably not. What's the stupidest flat earth claim you've heard? From Tram Dickerson. Let me think. The stupidest claim I've heard from a flat earther. Oh yeah, the claim that the earth is flat. Is that stupid enough for you? Do you know, I wonder as well. Oh, sorry. I wonder as well, what... yeah, sure you were wrong, Celtic 67. And you've just distracted me now. Behave, Del. What was I going to say? Somebody... Line, please. No, there's nobody here to help me. I've completely lost my angle of attack. That's it, Conspiracy Cat, you just reminded me. I've lost my angle of attack. Did I answer the question about the stupidest claim in flat earth? Yeah, it's that the earth is flat. And then somebody said something. I saw a butterfly out of the corner of my eye flying past my window. And that's it. Game over. Good night, Irene. I'm completely distracted. Anyway, I'm sure something else will present itself. Every claim made by Flat Earth is the stupidest. Yes, fuck you. I agree. Casual Spaceman, I don't think Del debates people either. Del just likes to call people like me a weak little fanny. Oh my god. What's the craziest thing you've heard in real life? Ooh. Do you know, I don't know, Liam? In recent times, it's probably my customer trying to explain mud floods and Tartarians to me, and that England's better than Wales. But apart from that, I can't think of anything crazier. Oh, I love you all, really, you know that. Oh, good evening, Christ Puncher. It's a bit aggressive, but there we go. Punching somebody who never existed. Seems a bit unfair to me. Is anyone else warm, or is it just me? I'm going to have a shiny top lip now. Na 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 na. Bingo. Beyond belief, that's another one of Del's accounts, isn't it? Do you know, how old are you? I'm guessing Del is late 30s. Somebody give me a clue. Somewhere between 35 and 40. Do you know, I stopped making comments like that when I was like 12. I'm just saying. Yeah. It's a monsoon outside, but yeah, it's been raining here as well. Ooh, excuse me, I do beg my own pardon. Very rude. Del is 67. He must have just had an easy life, cats. Mentally he's 12, yeah, I dare say. What's the stupidest thing I've ever believed in? Where do I start? Where do I start? I don't know, Claire. I've always been quite a logical person, and Natalie O'Connor, Cymru am byth to you as well. What was I saying? Can everyone stop distracting me? Stupidest thing I've ever believed in. I don't know. Santa Claus? Maybe? Not really sure. Not really sure. Have you heard of the new internet challenge? Teens are eating food packaging. Do you know, Mike Remy, the internet has got a lot to answer for. It's just a breeding ground for idiots and idiotic beliefs and ideas and whatnot. I just don't get it at all. I don't, me no understand. Oh, somebody is trying to add me as a friend on Discord. Manolis 23100. The only server they're in is UDSA, and they've got no profile picture. So I'm guessing that's a flat ad. Aaron Evans, you've got the short-term memory of a pothead. I have got a very, very Stephen Ian. See what I did there? No, I have got a terrible memory. I'm trolling as well. You troll away, Del. I'm quite happy for you to troll. Little things please little minds, don't they? So you carry on, mate. Just carefully, don't hurt yourself. Somebody just asked me something then. Aaron Evans, you've got the... Yeah, I've answered that. Yeah, point in case, mate. I'm sorry to break it, the fact that Stephen... UDSA is Steve. What? Manolis, alright, okay. I don't see the need to add people as friends on Discord though, unless you want to have a one-on-one conversation with them, but I don't really do that, so it's quite pointless, only with other creators and all that jazz. I'm losing the flow of the conversation now by letting the messages hop around too much. Right, let me have a look at the super chats. Let me make sure that I'm saying diolch to everyone. Oh, Fletcher is Fletcher Eisler, $5 super chat. Don't know if you saw it, but it's pronounced Eisler. Yeah, I did, because I just said it right. Thank you for the $5, mate. $5 from JR Perez. I love what you're doing. Keep up the good work. After all, this is a beautiful planet we live on. Indeed it is, JR Perez. Did you notice that in the Daniel Pratt video as well? And I didn't notice that when I watched it through. But at the beginning of his video, I don't know if any of you've watched it, because I did include the link, he said these flat earth people flying around the flat plane. But then later on in the video, when he started to get a bit irate, he said flying all over the world. What a dickhead. $2 from the shell. No, £2, sorry. 666 from Mad Voice. Insomniac super chats and passes out in probably less than 15 minutes. Yes, tomorrow in Australia already, innit? You're from the future, Mad Voice. Roger Burkett, 199. I know I've done that one. Fletcher Eisler, everyone join Creaky's Insta tweet book today. That sounds like $1 million idea to me, Fletcher Eisler. Insta tweet book. You know you're getting old when you start calling Facebook the Facebook. Whenever you put the in front of anything, it means you're getting old. David Height, $9.99. No message. Thank you, mate. Mr. Grant Lilly, I didn't see the Mister when you did it. Is that you? Yeah, €4. Creaky Blinder, thanks for so many funny videos. Craig Essick, what flavour am I vaping? I covered that. Flurfers are Pennywise and Pound Foolish. Now even I'm with Radical's donations, mate. Is a unisex greeting down under. Yeah, it's not so much in if you accidentally call a woman mate in the UK, it's I wouldn't say it's offensive, but it just feels a bit weird. Fuck, Dad, why are you pointing and laughing at my name? It's a bit rude. It's a bit rude. Did anybody notice the thumbnail to this video? I don't know who did or didn't see it, but I posted a picture, and I know Fight the Flat Earth posted it as well, and I know some of the other creators have been sent it. It was like a piece of artwork done by a subscriber. Let me see if I can show you the doohickey. Somebody's made a sock account and called it sock account. Julie Lees, what is your fundraiser for? I'm lost now. Why is everyone referring to the? I don't get it. What's my favourite slang word? I don't know really. I use a lot of slang, and a lot of it you lot probably wouldn't understand because it's like Welsh slang. I call everyone mate or buddy in Julie, I'm gonna hang on, I'm gonna do that. Julie Lee, you're a moderator now, so you share away, because the air ambulance is a very, very worthy cause. I actually do work for the air ambulance myself. I don't like fly the helicopters or anything. I make stickers for them to put on them. Say something typically Welsh in the strongest Welsh accent, but Casual Spaceman, everything I say is in a Welsh accent. Pucker. Pucker's a bit of a chavvy thing to say, Natalie O'Connor, I'm afraid. I hate chavs. Right, anyway, I was going to show you this. I asked if anyone liked the... So, this... I know it's a bit blurry, but I posted this, and I know Fight the Flat Earth did. And then... he messaged me again today, and he's done that. That doesn't really help, does it? And he did that, which I used as the thumbnail for this video. See, I'm full of useless information. Sarcastic Barman, I couldn't agree more. People keep bringing up this accent thing, and I honestly have absolutely no clue what they're even talking about. Not a Scooby-Doo. Kiri Mac, yeah, I meant to post on my Instagram that I'd received my first piece of fan art, but because I've got dyslexic fingers, I called it fab art and made myself look like a right spud. Conspiracy Cast, did you see it as well? I did tag you in it on the Twitter. Oh, I get the joke now. Damn! I said, you know you're getting old if you put the in front of Facebook. And now I've called it the Twitter. And I'm the Creaky Blinder. Damn! Why? Just why? Say it correct the first time. Llanfair, Pwll Gwyngyll, Go Gerech, go. I had to say it really quick, Tim Cowell, because I wouldn't get right the way through it otherwise. Yeah, you got one on email, Cats, yeah. But because I'm shameless, I sent him back a picture and said, can you do one for me on my own? Oh, dear me. Yeah, Christ Puncher, I replied to somebody and made a spelling error, but it actually wasn't my fault. It was more of a typing error. And in an attempt at humour, I was replying back to him, sorry, I've got dyslexic fingers, and I had to Google how to spell dyslexic. Oh, dear me. Jism is blocking me. O-L-M. Yeah. I think a lot of flat earthers are kind of, sort of, maybe getting a bit boring and irrelevant, in my humble opinion. Debbie Miller, no, sadly I cannot speak real Welsh. My kids all can, but I can't. And I wish I could. In America, you call me fat fingers. Or you call it fat fingers. I'm assuming you're talking about dyslexic fingers. Stupid that your dog usually growls when he hears Welsh accents. Is weird. Is he Welshist? Flipping heck. What is it with dogs? So I've got one subscriber whose dog likes to wear women's underwear. Good evening, Oswald Greg. Oh, no, it's not. It's Otto von Skidmark. And now I've got a subscriber who's got a Welshist dog. That's not very friendly at all. Anti-vax, yeah. I've had some interesting comments on my anti-vax video, actually, and my take on it is this. Flat Earth is stupid. Anti-vaxxers are dangerous because they are putting the health of small children in jeopardy. They are putting the health of small children in jeopardy, and that's all I can really say. Which one, a Marvel girl? Oh yeah, the one of the picture. Yeah, I tagged the 5 of us that were in it. I thought everyone would have just seen it anyway. Enos is an idiot. Yeah, he was an idiot, William Sainz. But yeah, some of the comments I got on that is, I don't know, it just baffles me. What leads people to think in the way they do? So let me just see if I can find, because it was quite a recent comment. Exactly, Sue Pinter. Flat earthers aren't going to kill anyone, with maybe the exception of Daniel Pratt, because he has got crazy eyes and a gun, allegedly. But anti-vaxxers, well, my gast has never been so flabbered. Hang on a second. How does injecting a virus into a body that doesn't have the virus make sense? Because it's how your body builds up an immunity to that virus. That's why it makes sense. Please don't be an anti-vaxxer. It may have been you that commented then, was it? Anti-vaxxer facts. There aren't any. Crazy eyes and a gun. Allegedly, conspiracy cats. Allegedly. Right, where was it? Most recent comment. Newest comments first. Yeah, William Sainz, you're probably not wrong there. Where are we? Yeah, sphere rotations. It was you. Can you explain? You just copied and pasted the exact same comment, and that's why injecting a vaccine into I know what you're getting at. So if you're having a measles vaccine, you're injecting measles into your body. It teaches your body to fight off the virus. I cannot, for the life of me, fathom why would you not? Don't you love your children? Don't you care about your children? You want your kids to die, or you want your kids to catch measles or mumps, or I just don't get it. I do not. Well, I'm speechless. Absolutely speechless. So yeah, I thought it sounded like a familiar comment, because it was you that put it in my comment section. Oh, what a stupid thing to say. And I thought flat earthers are stupid, but anti-vaxxers surpass them in the stupidity stakes. Honest to God. Exactly, Pete. It's a tiny amount. Look, sphere rotations, you're out there. I'm not even going to speak. Right, hang on. So if you give yourself the virus, measles are normal and won't kill now. So sphere rotation. So what do you think, right? And like I said, I don't debate people, nothing like that, right? But I've got an opinion on this, right? And I'm not going to go into why I've got such a strong opinion on it, right? But I'll say this. So, do you think that these vaccines were just plucked out of thin air and they thought, yeah, that kind of looks like it might work. Let's just start jabbing needles into little kids and hoping it helps them? Or do you think that there was a load of research done and a load of testing to work out whether or not the vaccines were effective? Or did they just randomly start injecting it into kids and with no thought or no research, no scientific backing? I'm a bit lost how anybody can be that stupid. And if it's going to cost me a subscriber, bye. Don't let the door hit you in the arse on the way out. Because if you're an anti-vaxxer, you're not welcome here anyway. So... Well, all this 2, 3... Vaccines are a weakened virus or part of the virus. It can create cells that are specific to that virus, so you can feel a bit sick. Look, sphere rotations. Bye-bye. You're in timeout, and that'll be the only warning you get. One more comment about anti-vaccine, and you'll be banned from my channel completely. Boo-hoo, so sad. S735334. I'm going to Spain in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. Anti-vaxxers, for God's sake. Moderators, if I miss it and you see sphere rotations, make one more comment about anti-vaxxer, about moderators, if you see sphere rotations, make one more comment about vaccinations. Boot them, please, if you'd be so kind, in case I miss it. Julie Lees, have you shared your link? I don't get how any of these conspiracy theories can be so full of their own self-importance. You really think the government really gives a shit? You really think the government really... Yeah, the government is a pretty screwed up organisation. But again, political conversations never end well. Yeah, TNT, fastest finger wins. Mr. Jones, nice to see a YouTuber put principles above. Yeah. Listen, I'm doing this because, right, pull up a chair and listen to the evolution of the Creaky blinder. I started making videos just as a creative outlet, because I've always been a creative person. I used to draw an awful lot when I was a child. I sing, and no, I'm never going to sing on video. I play the guitar, I play keyboards. And I just like doing creative things. Going forward, is this the policy? I don't know, Marvel Girl, what do you think? It depends. It depends on the offence. But in this guy's case, yeah. Because he's just pissed me off talking about anti-vaccination. So if he chimes in again, bin him off. Yeah, so I just started making videos as like another creative outlet, because I like doing creative arty-farty stuff, because I know I may not look like it, but I'm a bit of a nerd with that sort of thing. So that's why I started making the videos. And then I sort of became involved in the community you all know I'm involved in now, and sort of started making friends with a few people like Conspiracy Cats and Fight the Flat Earth and the other guys, and it just sort of spurred me on to do more. And then my subscribership started growing, and the more my subscribers are growing, the more it's making me want to carry on doing it. For now, a Marvel Girl, yeah, just not even anti-vaxxers, just that guy. Just get rid of him if he comes back in. And then obviously my channel has continued to grow for some absolutely bizarre reason that I don't understand. Oh, Tom Jones is here. Anti-vaxxers should be put on an island for a live social experiment for future generations to show what happens to the stupids. You surely that's not the real... Is that you, Sir Tom? No? A different Tom Jones. So yeah, it's basically just a creative outlet, and I'm never gonna pretend that I'm doing this for some high and noble cause, because I'm not, which is why I don't call myself a debunker. I'm doing it because it's fun. I like doing it. I like interacting with people, which is why I try to do a live stream every Sunday. It's just a way to have fun. Tom Jones, it's not unusual to be my neighbour. Oh, dear me. Yeah, so I went off on a massive tangent then. I can't even remember why I started telling you that really boring story. It's because of that anti-vax bell end, wasn't it? Do you know, people always... Well, they don't always. People occasionally comment on my videos and say they don't understand how I can stay so patient. It's because Flat Earth is like, yeah, they believe the Earth is flat. They don't. It's just a way for them to make money. Because they know the Earth isn't flat. Give it 10 years and, you know, commercial space flight is going to be available to anyone who can afford it. What are they going to say then? Oh, it's caused by the fact that your eyes are round, and yeah, what a bunch of absolute idiots. Tom Tom Jones, I'm an immortal international treasure. Oh, dear God. Spot on, Creaky. About what? Oh my God, it's boiling. I gotta open the window. William Sines, flat earthers believe in all the other bullshit too. Yeah. Anyone would think that flat earth belief was like a gateway belief into other conspiracies. But the less said about that, the better. And while we're on the subject of other conspiracies, and I know I've asked you this question a squidillion times, what about guests playing on my next album? Twalex. What sort of music do you make? And you've made a rookie mistake there, Twalex. I may have said I play the guitar and the keyboards, but I didn't say I was any good. I'm way too easily distracted. My question was this, and I apologise because I know I've asked the question before, but when all the flat earthers disappear, because I've had 50 comments in the last week, people telling me that Patricia Steer has completely disappeared off YouTube and all other social medias, including the Facebook. What else would you like to see me make videos about? Twalex, you'd have to be a very, very good editor, I can assure you. Yeah, what else would you like to, has he really? The farrier fell? Oh, that would be a feather in my cap, wouldn't it? No, I seriously doubt make videos about boobs. Why? Because you think I've got my own pair? Generally shady, that's just hurtful. I've got feelings as well. Evolution deniers. Yeah, I haven't really looked at them yet, Bullet Bill, but I am interested in looking at it. But the thing is, I kind of feel... How many people are watching? So I know how many people I'm addressing. There are... Dun, 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 158 people watching. Why are there 158 people watching? It baffles me. Absolutely baffles me. But thank you, every single one of you. 159 now? Bloody hell. Yeah, the farrier fell. I seriously doubt that's because of anything I said. I can't see it. I can't see it myself. Right. Mama Murder 73, thank you very much. I appreciate that. What was that question? Illuminati, done it. Reptilians, done it. Anti-vax, done it. Holocaust denial, won't do it because it'll get demonetized, and I'm not going to pretend that I don't care if my videos get demonetized, because I do. Ancient astronauts, I'm not familiar with that. The list is endless. Send it to me then, William Sines. Do my job for me. Help me. Loch Ness Monster. But what if I believe that the Loch Ness Monster is real? Manolis 23100. Because nobody knows what I believe or don't believe. Tommy Gronwald, Moobs. Yeah, I think it's an age thing. I'm knocking on a bit now. Watching me is better than watching TV. Thank you, Julie, you are too kind. Mud Flooders. Globus Shillas, I've done a video. What's a video? It's a bit like a video. I've done a video on Mud Flooders. And the less said about that, the better. Let's just say I don't want any Russian involvement in the future. But no, I definitely want to make another video about what's his name? Barnabash Nagy. As I was corrected into the pronunciation of his name. It's not Barnabas. In Hungary, it's Barnabash. Barnabash Nagy. So you basically say his name as if you're doing a Sean Connery impression, and then you've got it right. Tidy. So... ooh. Well. Mr. Andrat, if you've started a list, I always want lists. Always and forever. Because I've remembered what I was saying now. I don't want to... Right, so 160 odd people watching, and then I got distracted and went off. Peter and Pete, good shout factor. I haven't done a video on them yet. I will add that to my list. If I was to create... I don't know if it would work. How can I do like a community list so that people can just add things to it? Is there that much of a delay in the chat, Tommy? 1 to 2 minutes. But I thought my computer was all super duper now. Unintelligible Welsh accent, please speak English. What accent? There's that accent thing again. I don't even know what you're talking about. Randy Flat Earth is proving the globe again on Jism's Hangout. What, right now, Flat Earth Skeptic? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Good thinking, TNT. That might be just the place to do it. So, if let me do it now. Let's make this an interactive live stream. So if I go onto my YouTube right now. Ooh, Creaky Blinders live. I don't want to watch that shit. Tech issues, Tim Cowell. There's no tech issues. How rude. String of news. Oh dear. Oh dear what? Right, anyway. Ooh, 7,433 subscribers. Go me. Right, so community. What shall I call it? If you have any ideas of things you would like to see me make a video about, for all the Canadians watching, please consider this the Creaky Blinder community video topic suggestion list. Go. Better put a picture for attention. Dooby-doo. Creaky's wish list. I got a wish list on Amazon, Bullet Bill. put that swanky picture that was done for me by a guy whose name escapes me. Post. Done. Good idea, TNT. Can you finish what, Robert? I didn't notice you start anything. This is God, listen mate, I need you to slip her one. I can't believe nobody noticed what film that was from either. And it was from a very famous Welsh actor in a very famous film. Bullet Bill, I think your videos are very well produced. So do I, Bullet Bill. But I have had some people imply that they are overproduced. What do you think? Stringer News 1. You're a producer type guy. Do you think my videos are overproduced? Ah, right. Robert Legia, I get it now. I love South Park. S2000, I think he said lag, not slag. Yes, Robert Legia, there are actually some famous Welsh actors. But the one to which I am referring is Rhys Evans. And it was from a film. What film is it from? Julia Roberts and what's his name? Floppy Hair was in it. Oh my god. Who? No, not Who. Oh my god, why can't I remember? Is it Love Actually, maybe? Love Actually. Notting Hill. Well done, ugly German truths. I knew the Germans would save the day. It was from Notting Hill. And Rhys Evans. Hugh Grant. Thank you, ugly German truths. So Hugh Grant says he's talking about falling in love with Julia Roberts, and he says, I fear I may have opened Pandora's box. And Rhys Evans says, in his best Welsh accent, I was in school with a girl called Pandora. I never got to see her box though. And he then goes on to say that he's got a famous Hollywood actress asleep upstairs, and he likes her and she likes him. Doesn't he think this may be a good opportunity to slip her one? And that's where that reference come from. I didn't make it up myself. And I'm again amazed that nobody noticed it. But there we go. What am I even talking about? By the way, it's Pandora's jug. Pandora was a girl of many talents, and clearly. Oh, dear me. Bullet Bill, Creaky, have you tried zooming in, going black and white, speeding up your voice, or laughing halfway through a sentence? Do you know, Bullet Bill, that's not a bad shout actually. I may give that a try in one of my future videos. I don't know, what do you think, everyone? My wife can't wrestle, but you should see her bounce. Right, easy, Tiger. Let's not lower the tone. I do enough of that myself. Oh, good God alive. $144 people watching. Absolutely crazy times. Nuttier than a squirrel turd. Oh yes, people are asking about famous Welsh actors. Let's see what I can think of. So there's Sir Anthony Hopkins, Fava Beans and Chianti and all that, Tommy Cooper, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Martin, is it Martin Sheen? Barry Sheen? No, he's a bike rider. Sheen from Port Toilet. Trying to think who else now. There's loads. Tom Jones, Sir Tom. Bullet Bill, could you do a stupid things flat earthers have said montage? I could, Bullet Bill. Somebody sent me a cool Michael Sheen, thank you S2000, I thought you'd know. Michael Sheen. Not Barry Sheen then. Barry. Let me see if I can find that list. Somebody sent to me earlier on, and I think it was posted in... Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Looking in the wrong doodah. Yes, Richard Burton as well. Ewan McGregor. Is Ewan McGregor Welsh? No, he's Scottish. Isn't he? Yeah, so about this list. There we are. From Space Comma. Right, so he has suggested this to me for a video. But Sean Connery is Scottish, no one in particular. But I'm puzzling over a way of making this into a video. But this is the list he sent me. So he sent me a list, and it's creating a categorization system for flat earth believers. Type 1, they are just too daft to know any better. Type 2, everything is a conspiracy. Type 3, religious dogma. Type 4, they don't really believe it, but they're making money from it. Mark Sargent is a perfect example. Type 6, they'll believe anything. And then he goes on to say that he's sure there are more types and probably subcategories of the above, and if anyone wants to add their suggestions, and nobody did. But I just think it would make a cool video. I just can't at the moment think of how to make it into a video, if that makes any sense, because I'm fairly sure that most of what I say doesn't. But what you gonna do? I guess a no on the Patricia Steele expose. I hate the back of a flat earther, but she was so bullied on that whole... Yeah, Tom Jones, I got to agree with you there. For everything I've seen about it, she seems to have been bullied out of the flat earth community. Now, it's interesting you should bring that up, because I've actually said myself, or I've skirted on it, that... For example, in this community, if I need something to do with making a video or anything else, I know that I can call on any number of people for help. And there's always somebody who's willing to help me. Or, there we are, perfect example. Now, his name's just come up on screen, Robert Legia. I needed a graphics card because my streams were suffering because my computer had a really poor graphics card. Robert Legia was... He went above and beyond anything he needed to do, and he sent me a graphics card, and now my streams are perfect because of Robert Legia. Now then, The flat earth community, on the other hand, don't seem to have anything like that. Sorry, I got a customer messaging me. I'll let you know as soon as they're there. Sorry, very rude, I know, but business has to come first. So yeah, so it doesn't surprise me that Patricia Steer has been bullied out of the flat earth community, because again, my video from Friday, the Daniel, quite right, William signs, no honour amongst thieves. The video I did on Friday about Daniel Pratt, he seems to be massively disliked even within the flat earth community, within that sort of group of people. I don't think I've ever heard him say anything. Oh, okay, Cave Bear, I will, thank you very much. I don't think I've ever heard Dan Pratt say anything nice about anyone, even in the what? I don't think I've ever heard Daniel Pratt say anything nice even about anyone in the flat earth community. So what I'm getting at is, it doesn't surprise me at all that that if you write and Patricia Steele has been bullied out, it's not one of those like shock horror moments, is it? Right, super chat, somebody just asked me to chat up. Cave Bear 499, thank you sir. Have you heard any more from the mud flooders Barney and Philip? I have watched your reply videos multiple times and always end up laughing like a nut. Cave Bear, no, thankfully I haven't. I never actually heard anything from Barnabash Naji, which is the correct pronunciation for his name, because I was corrected multiple times. No, I've never heard anything from my mate Barney, and Phil, my mate Phil, he sort of had his rant and his little dig at me, and because I didn't rise to it, he just buggered off then, and yeah, whatever. I'm not bothered by people like him, but I definitely will be making another video on Barney, absolutely. Who do I think is the most stupid flat earther? I gotta be honest, asking me to pick the stupidest flat earther is like asking me to pick which one of my children is my favourite. You can't. All my kids are my favourite kids, and all flat earthers are stupid. Whilst in some cases misrepresenting themselves as intelligent. Or in some other cases, and I won't mention any names because again they're all just based on my opinion, actually being intelligent and misrepresenting themselves as a stupid flat earther. But either way, yeah. Daniel Pratt made a video about you, Marvel Girl. You've made it. That's it. Your name will go down in our community's history books. D Marble is the stupidest. Yeah, I made a I had a comment off D Marble that I'm saving up for my next angry comments video, mean comments video, whatever I call them. Yeah, why is Daniel Pratt posting. He's posted flat Earth. I wasn't asking if. Oh, hang on. Is that video maybe about me?
If you write anything on your computer, you need to get grammar.
I write pretty much all day, every day, and Grammarly makes my writing better.
As a student,
Sorry, guys. No. So, he hasn't made a flat Earth. Right, flat Earth. I wasn't asking if you would send your child to war. Flat Earth weight is gravity. Oh my god. Pratt. Indeed. Flat Earth. Where evolved monkeys have babies. Right, okay. And then 3 days ago, geoengineering, a whale of a tale, and homeschool economics and business 1 day ago. And the thumbnail is a candle. Has he finally gone completely squirrel turd? He must have. Nathan, do you know, that's not a bad shout. Maybe it is Nathan Thompson. I don't know. Should I give him that award? Because after all, he was the first flat earther I made a video about. Bullet Bill, maybe do a video of flat earther mindset. Yeah, I've thought about doing that, and I've sort of alluded to it before, Bullet Bill, because there's I did some reading up on it. I'm not a massive fan of reading. I get bored doing it, which is, I suppose, why I like doing creative stuff. But there's a thing, and it's a real thing. You can Google it yourself, and it's called, and I'm not kidding, it's called bullshit receptivity. So it's people that believe in conspiracy theories are prone to this. It's also known as schizotypy, which that's not to say that people that believe in the flat earth are schizophrenic. It's not saying that. Schizotypy is like, what's the easiest way to explain it? It's kind of like a really diluted version of schizophrenia. I believe. I could be wrong, so don't take it as gospel, because I don't know for sure, because I read it a long time ago. But and schizotypy and bullshit receptivity are the two main characteristics of people like flat earthers, people that believe in flat earth and, you know, lizard people and all that sort of nonsense. So yeah. Right. Yeah, TNT, I don't follow any of them on the Twitter or the Facebook or even the Instagram, because watching their videos to make my own content is about as much as I can take of them, honestly. It really, really is. Mama Murder. It's the delusions of grandeur and narcissism, but not with the talking head, whatnot. Narcissism is an interesting one, though, because technically I could be considered to be a narcissist because I make videos, and how can I say this now? So I've chosen to put myself on there. I've chosen to do close-ups when I'm there, you know, that far away from the camera. So is that narcissistic? I think it is to a certain degree, but again, I could be wrong. Tommy Gronwald, Red Pill. Yeah, you know, I've tried so many times to make a video, but sorry guys, I'm blowing smoke towards you. Vapor. I've been told off about that as well by a subscriber. I've tried so many times to make a video about red pill, but I just can't. I just can't do it. I may be able to in the future, I don't know, because it's taken me, how long have I been going now? About 8 months, 7, maybe 8 months. And it's taken me all this time to end up doing a video about Daniel Pratt, because he was somebody else I found absolutely infuriating. But I don't know if I'll ever make a video about red pill, because just because he's red pill and he's such a massive dick. He's such a tool. It's not that loud, is it? Scotty Storm is being mentioned in the chat as well. He's another special guy. Old Scott. He likes to comment on my videos every so often. He must have a folder on his phone with all his comments laid out, because he's commented exactly word for word the same thing on numerous videos, and it's always about, he wants to test me to see how well I can think critically. He's just a div. Good evening, Demon Orb Heathen. Yeah, he's Flat Earthers, poison contrails, all manner of stupid cannot be combated with logic. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Terry, which is why, as I mentioned earlier on, when the guy 9 o'clock hero, my mic's picking up the PC's fan, I'm afraid there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. I apologise. See, I'm totally lost now. Who was I answering? I was answering Terry. Yeah, so somebody asked me earlier on about debating, and this is why I will never debate anyone, because it's pointless. It's like arguing with a inanimate object. I could pick a stone up from my back garden and have a more constructive argument with that. Holistic medicine video. Yeah, I've sort of looked at a lot of, what was that? Lee Walton, what the hell does that even mean? Sorry for my typo. What typo? I got no idea what you're on about, mate. Flat Earth Aussie Jesus. Yeah. I made a video about him a long time ago. I think that Ross is, I'm going to say it, I think he's mentally ill. I really do. And I actually have some empathy for him, because some of the things that he says, they just can't come from a well functioning mind. They just can't. And I know mental health is a very touchy subject with a lot of people, and there's many different forms, and it affects different people in different ways, you know. But with Ross, I think there's some real deep-seated issues that need to be addressed. Some of his videos are nothing short of disturbing, and they really are. They really are. Right, well, I'm going to start winding this up, guys, which is usually the point where most people disappear. but I don't know if that's the case with live streams, because I am conscious of boring you for more than 2 hours, and it's a school night, Sunday night. Reddick arguing with a conspiracy theorist is like arguing with a random number generator. That's a very, very appropriate way of describing it. Take it out, you all left 10 minutes ago. I thought it had gone quiet. But yeah, I think... I'm just going through my comments. I'm not just randomly sitting here silent. Yeah, I think I've caught up with everything. I've mentioned all the super chats. Thank you to everyone who supports my channel. Thank you to all 132 people who are still watching after 2 hours. Absolutely nuts. Okay, I will. No, I haven't seen anything, Marvel Girl. Yeah, I'm out here, peeps. Take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.